What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we'll be talking about Power Book 4 Force, Season 2, Episode 8. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. But man, this was a banger, y'all. We already knew Episode 8 was going to be crazy, but man, the way that it ended, your boy Diamond, he ain't playing around no more. I guess we got the old Diamond. The old Diamond is back, and I'm pretty sure he's about to turn up in these last two episodes. And also, I believe we will be going on a break. Usually they give us the break after Episode 8. So the next episode should not be airing until November 3rd, which means, as y'all know, usually when this stuff happens, we normally get some type of leak. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but y'all know how it is, these leaks. Hell, y'all saw what happened in Power Book 2 Ghosts last season with them leaking Episode 9 and 10 when they went on that break. So, will the same thing end up happening this time around? Well, I guess we got to wait and see. Now, I always check on the app anyway, because I know one year, I believe it was BMF Season 1, they went on the break, but they end up still putting out the episode on the app for about a few hours. They still put the episode out and then they took it off. Like, really? Like, come on, stars. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know y'all got somebody working for y'all leaking these episodes. But we gonna see what time it is for Episode 9. I cannot wait to see it. Of course, the fans, they want to see it. They ain't trying to wait. We trying to see all these episodes right now. But this episode, man, it was very good, man. Leon, he ain't here no more. We talked about this earlier on in the week. I mean, with them putting out those pictures, I mean, the thumbnail of this episode got Diamond running. So I already knew what time it was. I had that funny feeling that it had to be something about Leon, and of course, it was. But man, your boy Diamond is about to turn up. What y'all think about Vic? This dude, Vic, man, he done for. He is done for. I mean, he just keep digging himself deeper and deeper, and it doesn't really seem like it's getting better for him. I just don't know how he's going to get out of this one, y'all. I don't know, because Tommy is not playing around in Episode 9, and we know he's about to test the crew's loyalty. He's going to find out who this snitch is. Now, we're going to hop right into this recap, but before we hop into the recap, remember that Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 3, the official trailer, it will be dropping on Thursday, October 26th. I made the video earlier on in the day for you guys, but once they drop that trailer, you already know I'm going to break it down for you guys, and we got to talk about that. But let's begin. What did we see in Power Book 4 Season 2, Episode 8, titled Dead Reckoning? Now, the episode starts out exactly where we left in Episode 7 with Tommy and Vic. Now, Vic is trying his best not to slip up. Tommy ain't playing around. He is searching everything. He is trying to, find Special Agent Vargas's notebook to see exactly what he was jotting down. Now, Vic still has that tracker that he was supposed to put on Tommy's vehicle in last week's episode, and he plays it off like, oh man, they was tracking me. Look what I found. And I'm thinking like, man, he pulled out that tracker real quick. I'm surprised Tommy didn't say nothing like, damn, you found it that fast? But it is what it is, man. Your boy Vic, he is trying his best to clean up everything, and it's just a matter of time before it's a little bit too late and he gets caught up. Now, Tommy goes back to the spot, and Mireya can tell something is up, but Tommy's like, look, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you anymore. I had past relationships where I did not necessarily tell the full truth, and I'm not going to do that this time around. Tommy really likes Mireya, y'all. I mean, he is in too deep with this girl, right? Now, she's like, look, I'm good. I don't want to know what you up to. Now, she does tell him about El Che, and his daughter having a birthday party, and we know everybody's going to be there. So, Tommy, y'all know what he doing. He plotting and planning, because we know he's going to show up to that party unexpected, and it's going to piss off Miguel Garcia, and it's going to, piss off Mireya as well. Now, we get to Diamond and Gianna. Your boy Diamond done clapped those cheeks in the last episode. He done woke up. She making him something to eat, some cheese grits. I mean, he living the life. Now, she does tell him that she knows exactly who he is. CBI, gang member or whatever. She knows exactly who she's dealing with. But she also tells him she does not want him having a bad influence on her son. He comes first. And Diamond tells her, look, that's not who I am. I'm different or whatever. And she's like, okay. Well, prove it then, you know what I'm saying? So Diamond's talking about, I'm going to show you. And I knew once they had this conversation, it was over for Leon, because they set it up And the conversation was about Leon. And we know your boy Diamond talking about he's going to show how he's a different person. I'm like, oh man. So those rumors, that picture that we saw, I guess it's about to come true. It's just a matter of time before we end up seeing it. Now, Stacey Mark, she is pissed off. She's putting all the pressure on Vic. She's like, look, what happened to Special Agent Vargas? We found his body. I mean, what was you on? Did Tommy do it? Did you do it? I'm going to find out. And when I do, you're pretty much done for. Of course, Vic is playing it off like he doesn't know anything. He's talking about that he has a recording of Tommy making a deal with, the DSD crew or whatever. And I'm thinking like, okay, it is what it is. You talking about what you got. But if y'all really had something on Tommy, as Tommy stated in this episode, he will already be arrested. So that little recording that Vic has, in my opinion, will not hold any type of weight in court because you can't really prove that he's doing anything with no type of evidence. But we know Stacey Marks is telling him if she finds out that he is covering up this whole Vargas murder, he's going to go to prison for the rest of his life. And now she's, taking this very personal, and she wants to put pressure on Tommy Egan at all costs. Now, Tommy tells Diamond exactly what went down between him and Vic, and that he needs to watch himself because the feds, they're watching them. Now, Tommy also tells Diamond that they need to squash the beef that they got with the SODs because we know the Serbs, they supplied the SOD crew, and if they can basically go in and get those guys, they will be good. They pretty much are taking over. And he's also going to put out word about, Elche cutting off the Serbs. And he's also going to continue to start up the beef between Merkovich and Miguel. And he wants to make a move on Elche because he knows about the party with his daughter and he plans on going there. And Diamond is like, man, I don't know if you should be doing that. He tells Diamond they got to make a move, and he wants Diamond to make sure he is at that SOD meeting because they're going to need him in order to squash this issue between CBI and the SODs. Diamond tells him he going to be there, but we know later on in the episode that don't happen because Diamond, he's going to be with Leon. Now, we get to Claudia and Shanti. Now, Claudia tells her about the move that she made with Elise in the clubs, but apparently she's already made this move and she didn't tell Shanti. So, of course, she is pissed off, talking about, oh, you done made these moves without me. Like, what's going on? Why are you lying? And of course, Claudia tells her, like, look, I need you still, and I want this whole thing to work out between us. Shanti tells her, well, if this is going to work out, you got to make sure we make decisions together. And if I found out that you're basically lying to me, I'm going to put these hands on you. I'm going to beat you down. Well, Claudia, she was looking at her like, well, I may just let you put those hands on me. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that's what I was getting. But this whole thing between these two, you can tell this ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Elise, she is gonna be a problem. I made the video talking about this this week. It's just a matter of time before this whole thing blows up in their faces. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Now, Stacey Mark, she's pissed off. So y'all know she eager in this episode. She approaches Tommy with really no concrete evidence. She just wants to get in his head talking about, I know you faked your death and all this. I know you're working with CBI, the whole drug business. And basically, I'm going to expose you. Tommy is looking at her like, okay, allegedly, I did these things. You got to say allegedly, right? Now, she does pull out the picture of Mireya and him in the car. Tommy ain't really tripping about that. But she tells him if Miguel finds out about this, he's pretty much going to take you out. And I told you guys, the last thing that she needed to do is go to Tommy without actually doing anything. You can't do that. So all this is going to do is make Tommy more aware. He's going to contact his lawyer and he's going to start digging to try to see what he can get as far as intel. Now, Tommy meets up with Vic. Vic in there tweaking, y'all. He don't know what the hell he doing. He is trying his best to not slip up. I mean, he all in there shaking. You can tell this dude is lying. Of course, he is talking about Jannard and Claudia. They most likely put the feds on them or whatever, and you can't trust them. And he heard about Jannard making a deal, or at least talking to Claudia. So Tommy's like, what the hell? Like, why didn't you tell me this? That right there will let me know, like, okay, dude, you trying to take the heat off yourself. And Tommy, he had the look on his face like, okay, I'm about to really start looking into all of this because I can't trust any of y'all. I mean, Vic was talking about how Claudia and Jannard are opportunists. Like, dude, you the same way. And I'm disappointed in Vic, y'all. I was really hoping this dude would have a great season. I knew he was going to be on a dark path. But as I told y'all, I didn't know he was going to turn crown snitch and just start flipping on everybody. Man, it's a damn shame because we know how this is going to end for Vic Flynn. Now, we get to Diamond and his PO. His PO was telling him, like, look, that speech you gave, 25 guns was turned in. You're actually doing good. And maybe you can change. Diamond is feeling good about himself because he's like, man, I'm actually making a change out here. And his PO, who seemed like he was all over Diamond's case, really felt good that Diamond was actually out here proving him wrong. But we know this whole story ain't gonna end well for the PO by the end of the episode. Now, we get to Miguel Garcia, the DSDs. We knew this was gonna happen. He learns about Tommy making that move with him, and he's pissed, y'all. He is pissed off because Miguel was talking a big game, talking about, I got better prices, I got this, I got that. We need to work together. But he told him, like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I know, or you telling me that you were supplying Tommy, but I'm working with Tommy. Plain and simple. The look on Miguel Garcia's face, it was priceless. He was like, okay, so Tommy's doing all this behind my back. I guess grandma was right the entire time. And in my opinion, Miguel, you shouldn't even need your grandma to tell you this. You should have did your homework, your research on Tommy Egan. Instead, you was too trusting. And now, as I told you guys, it's going to be a little bit too late once Tommy gets everybody on his side. And then Miguel's going to be looking stupid. But we know Miguel, he is definitely going to, strike back by the end of the season. Now, Tommy, he meets up with Jannard and he is pissed off. He is hemming him up. I mean, look at Jannard, y'all. This dude done got jacked up about 100 times this season. I mean, he stayed getting punked, right? But Jannard's like, look, man, I ain't making no move with no Claudia or the Serbs. I told them, no, I ain't going that way. I ain't about to mess with no Becky with the good hair. And of course, he is talking about, I know you don't trust Vic, because y'all know Vic is the one to put the pressure on Tommy to look into Jannard. But Tommy tells Jannard, man, if you don't tell me the next time Claudia comes to you, it's going to be a problem. You pretty much done for. So it makes a lot of sense on why Jannard and Shanti came to Tommy at the end of the episode to tell him about the move they made with Claudia and, of course, the Serbs. And they used this as an advantage, in my opinion. Now, Claudia, she meets up with the Serbs. Of course, Merkovich, he hears about, Claudia's, moves in the club and all that, and he's not involved. He wants a cut. He is pissed off. I mean, this dude needs some money because he got cut off by El Che. And now Claudia, she really doesn't have a choice because she needs the protection, right? Now, you can tell Claudia is probably going to make a move on the Serbs eventually. She had that look on her face like, okay, I got to get at this dude. I got to let him know who's running stuff. Now, Merkovich gets word that Tommy's going to be meeting up with the SODs, and y'all know this pisses him off, and this is why he ended up popping up to the party, shooting up everything. Now, we get to Diamond and Leon, and we know Leon is talking about how he has a speech. He's going to be on TV. Diamond is real happy for him, and he's going to help Leon prepare for the speech later on in the episode, which is why Diamond did not go to the meeting with the SODs and Tommy, because he wanted to help out Leon. Had he not did this, Leon probably would still be alive. Now we get to JP and Kate Egan. In my final predictions video, I said I would not be surprised if JP tells Kate about D-Mac and what really happened to him. And that's exactly what he ended up doing. Kate was pissed off. She's like, man, I just got back from New York. I was pissed off. I'm drinking. I mean, she's all over the place. But JP telling her the truth, kind of calms her down. I just want to know, when are we going to get to see D-Mac again? Like, come on. The season almost over. I know I'm not tripping. We need to see more of that storyline. It's like they put him on a back burner and that's it. I mean, with them not showing us a lot about D-Mac, I'm hoping at least in season 3, they give us more of his character, more development and what he's going through. Now, we get to the meeting with the SODs, Tommy, of course, Jannard is there and Vic is there. We already know a shootout is about to pop off. In this meeting, they was asking about Diamond. Now, Diamond had some, stuff he had to get into with Leon. Of course, seeing that Jannard is there, he helped neutralize this whole conversation. Jannard really stepped up in this episode by helping out Tommy multiple times, even though he is plotting and planning with Shanti. Now, the Serbs come in. Merkovich, he's in there shooting, going crazy. I mean, bodies are getting dropped off. Now, Jannard, he ends up shooting a guy that was right behind Tommy. He had a clear shot. He could have took out he could have took out Tommy for real. I mean, he even stated that he had Tommy right there, but he didn't do it. This lets me know that deep down inside, Jannard knows exactly what he needs to do. I told y'all, Jannard, just stay loyal to CBI and your brother. Shanti got you doing all types of stupid stuff. I'm hoping Jannard switches things up by the end of the season, but he be going back and forth because on one point, he be talking about, okay, we shouldn't be doing this. And then on the next point, he's talking about, man, I had Tommy. We got to get him back and all that stuff. Like, which one is it, Jannard? You're going to have to decide by the end of the season, because we know in episode 9, Tommy's about to put the pressure on everybody. Now, Jannard does tell Tommy, like, look, you can say thank you because you know I saved your life up in there. And Tommy was surprised, like, okay, you did what you did, but watch yourself because the feds, they out here watching all of us. So you already know what time it is. But the whole shootout, all that really did was make the SOD crew say, you know what? Let's make that deal, because now they're pissed off at the Serbs. Now we get to Diamond and Leon, and he's helping him tie his tie. Of course, they was talking about, how great he's going to be when he grows up. He can do anything. And I knew it was over. I'm looking like, man, can this go another way? Diamond takes him home. All of a sudden, those guys come back to try to bully Leon. This time around, Leon puts those hands on him, right? And Leon is talking about, man, look, Diamond, I did what you taught me. I did it, right? Now, once he does this, old boy pulled out the strap, and he's like, screw all that. I ain't got no hands, but I got this strap, and I'm going to fire it off. And that's exactly what he did. He drops Leon off. And when I make these prediction videos, when it comes to stuff like this, I be hoping I'm wrong, y'all. I don't want to be right all the time when it comes to people getting dropped off, especially kids. Leon ain't here no more, and Diamond, he's all over the place. Mentally, he is not there. Now, Gianna, she comes, and she's like, what the hell happened? She is very upset, very emotional scene, learning that her son is not here anymore. And of course, she blames Diamond for all of this. And this goes back to the beginning of the episode when she told Diamond, show me who you are, whatever. And he said, look, I'm going to show you. Well, it seems like that did not go as planned. And now Diamond is about to turn into a whole different animal, which ain't good for nobody except your boy Tommy Egan. Now, we get to Claudia and Shanti, and this time around, she tells Shanti about the move with the Serbs, about needed protection, and that, look, we got to make this move, because if we don't, all it's going to do is, cause a war. We got to keep the peace. So now, Shanti's like, okay, we're going to make this move with the Serbs in order to keep the peace, at least as of right now. Now, Shanti, she goes back to Jannard and lets him know exactly what went down. And now they're trying to figure out what they need to do as far as Tommy and the Serbs and how they're going to explain all this. And Jannard's basically saying, look, once Tommy and Diamond find out about this, they kicking us to the curb. It's pretty much over for us. Now, Shanti's talking about she has a better idea on how she wants to handle it. And we see it by the end of the episode. Now, we get to El Che, the party. We see Grandma, she is there. Of course, she is talking about, her son and the Serbs, and she basically wanted to take them down. But El Che is like, nah, that's not good for us. Going to war is bad for business. Now, Miguel ends up telling his grandma about Tommy making a deal with the DSDs and pretty much telling her that she was right about him the entire time. And of course, she tells him that Tommy is going to come for his spot next, and that he needs to watch, Nunez, and that is Cranium Head, because she believes that Cranium Head may end up being disloyal based on how everything is going. Now, Tommy pops up to the party out of nowhere, pisses off everybody. You can feel the tension in the air, but El Che, he cool. El Che, he's loving Tommy, talking about, I like this white boy, especially after Tommy tells him, everything that he has done, all the money that he has helped make. And of course, Tommy's in there speaking Spanish. Your boy Ghost would be proud of Tommy right now. I mean, kicking it with Mireya, learning Spanish. I mean, he stepped up to the plate in order to get there and, at least to let El Che know exactly who he is. But Miguel, he wasn't smiling. I mean, look at him. That dude, he knows what time it is. And now I'm expecting him to make his move. The only thing is this. What's going to happen once Miguel finds out about Mireya getting clapped up by Tommy Egan? And speaking of Mireya, she goes outside. She's pissed off at Tommy, talking about, you used me to get close to El Che. Like, what are you doing here? Tommy tells her, look, he is tired of hiding their relationship. And I'm thinking like, dude, do you understand what's going down? Like, are you crazy? This ain't going to end well, man. You know this. I mean, how did it end with your other love interests, Tommy? You got to be smarter than this. But Mireya, man, she must be laying it down on your boy Tommy, because he's in love for real, right? Now, she tells him her brother will kill both of them if he finds out the truth. Tommy's like, look, don't worry about that. I will handle your brother. I will handle my business if I gotta handle my business. And she tells Tommy, like, man, are you crazy? You ain't about to take out my brother. Yes, he pisses me off, but I don't want him dead. So now this whole thing is all over the place. Mireya, she needs some space. She needs some time to get her thoughts together. But man, This whole thing ain't looking too good, man. And we know Stacy Marks, she comes to the party. She pops up on Mireya talking about you need to watch Tommy Egan. We're going to end up getting a big Rico case and you need to watch out what you're doing. And she also tells Mireya to ask Tommy about Lakeisha Grant. And I'm like, man, so she big snitching. She telling Tommy's business. And y'all know that conversation is not going to be pretty. And Tommy, he really going to be upset. Now, we get to Jannard and Shanti, and this is the exclusive clip that we already saw with Shanti and Jannard telling, Tommy about the Serbs and Claudia, and he was pissed off, but of course, Shanti made it seem like, she was doing this as a peace offering, like she's trying to help out Tommy, but she's just letting him know this information because we know eventually he's going to learn about it, and this pretty much created an insurance policy for Shanti, and she probably was hoping and praying this conversation would go exactly like this because Tommy told her to continue to work with Claudia and the Serbs and let me know exactly what they're doing. Now, Tommy does ask Jannard about Diamond because we know Diamond, he didn't show up to the meeting and he had Jannard go there to take his place. And this is where Jannard tells him, like, look, that kid that he was help boxing ended up getting taken out. And Diamond ain't going to go for that. He going to be turning up. So now Tommy has to check up on his boy. Now we get to his PO, and the PO is getting information from Jamal that Diamond is playing him, that everything that he is doing is just a lie, and that his son ain't here no more because he was hanging around Diamond. So now the PO is about to go put that pressure on Diamond. Now Diamond's at the barber shop. He is drinking. He ain't looking too good. I know we seen Drunken Ghost, but now it is time to see Drunken Diamond. He's all over the place. We got one of the members coming there handing off some money and product. Diamond don't give a damn about where it's at. I mean, the product of money is all over the place. Diamond, he is mentally out of here, y'all. Now we get to Vic Flynn and Stacy Marks and Bobby. They tell him, like, look, we got the notebook from Vargas and we know his location. We know based off his notes that you was lying and you need to tell us something or you're going away. It's whether you or Tommy. You need to pick one. Who did this to Special Agent Vargas? And then your boy Vic, he decides to say, you know what? I saw Tommy take out Special Agent Vargas. And I'm looking like, man, Vic, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Your days are definitely numbered. I don't know how you're going to get up out of this, but it's not looking too good for you. Now, Tommy meets up with his attorney, and she says she looking to her source as far as getting information on the investigation of Tommy and Diamond. And apparently, they couldn't really get anything because it's sealed. And usually when this happens, that means the FBI, they got like an informant. So they know it's a snitch. They know somebody that's in the organization is plotting and planning behind their backs. And Tommy, he's very upset. So you already know he's going to be on one in the next episode. Now, at the end of the episode, your boy Tommy, he goes and checks up on Diamond. We know he's all over the place. And Tommy, he is trying to clean up the product and the money. And then all of a sudden, Eddie Kane Jr., he walks up in the barbershop talking about, I got you. You going back to prison. I'm looking like, oh man, this ain't going to end well. You can tell Tommy was ready to take this guy out. But of course, it was kind of a hard spot. Now, Diamond says, you know what? Look, I ain't going back. Pulls out that blade, slits this guy's throat instantly, y'all. This episode should have been aired last week on Friday the 13th because it has turned into a blood scene, y'all. It got crazy at the end of this episode. He had that boy leaking, right? Now, Diamond, who I thought after the whole Leon thing happened, I told y'all before the episode aired, if Leon ends up getting taken out, maybe Diamond's going to change his ways as far as wanting to really beat out the game. But all this has done has turned Diamond back to his old ways. And he's probably even more dangerous. I mean, look at his face. Tommy was happy as hell. Like, man, bet. I got the real Diamond back. This is the Diamond that I've been wanting. And now we're going to see a whole nother side of Diamond. The crazy thing about Diamond is this. Ever since we got introduced to his character, the majority of the fans was saying, like, man, we're going to see that dark side of him. We kept hearing the stories about the old Diamond, whatever. We seen glimpses of it in season 1, but not like this. You know what I'm saying? This is the real Diamond. As I told you guys, he's probably worse than he was back in the day based off what happened to Leon. I mean, he's drinking. I mean, this dude is about to turn up. I mean, y'all saw the episode 9 trailer. If you have not seen it, check it out. I got it on my channel. We got Diamond dragging bodies, looking like he's drowning somebody. This dude ain't playing around. You know what I'm saying? So whoever is going up against him, it ain't going to end well for them. I can't wait to see what's next for his character. You guys let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about episode 8. as I always tell you, if you're a real Power fan, y'all know you can't miss episode 8 because they always fire. And now we only got 2 more episodes left. It ain't looking too good for Crown Snitch. I'm pretty sure that his days are numbered. And on top of that, we know the war, not between Merkovich and Miguel, was heating up, but I'm talking about the war between Miguel and Tommy. It's about to pop off within these last 2 episodes of this season, and I cannot wait to see it. Now, we'll catch you guys this weekend for the What to Expect for episode 9. And remember, as far as right now, it is stating that episode 9 is not going to air until November 3rd. As I told you guys, y'all know how they do with these breaks. When they do these breaks, it's a high chance of a leak. That's just based off history alone. So if I was them, they might as well just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Drop the episode, man. We don't need no break, because when y'all do this, the fans, they go crazy. And usually somebody, in my opinion, from Stars or somebody that they done gave the episode out to, they be leaking it. So we're going to see what's going to happen this time around. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on what's going to happen next, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love and all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.